His blood saved an alien girl. Now her mother wants a child of their own. Picture this. The year is 2278, and the Nexus orbital platform hangs in the void, orbiting a gas giant with rings that shimmer like shattered diamonds under twin suns. This station is a fragile truce, a place where humans and the Solari, an alien race teetering on the edge of extinction, try to coexist. But tonight, that truce is bleeding out. Smoke pours from a blasted hull section. Alarms scream into the silent vacuum. Something has gone terribly wrong. Inside a makeshift field hospital, chaos reigns. Bioluminescent panels cast an eerie blue glow over cots, crammed with wounded humans and Solari. The air chokes with the acrid stench of burned metal and raw desperation. Medics shout orders, their voices drowned by the wail of monitors and the melodic cries of Solari civilians, their songs of grief haunting the sterile tent. At the heart of this madness kneels Lucas Kane, a 30-year-old combat medic, his rugged face etched with scars from a dozen worlds. His hands press against a gaping wound in the abdomen of Talia, an 8-year-old Solari girl with pale blue skin and violet eyes that seem to hold galaxies. Her blood, shimmering like liquid sapphire, seeps through his fingers. Her pulse fading with every heartbeat. Lucas whispers to her, his voice soft but desperate, urging her to hold on, to fight. Talia's eyes flutter, unfocused, her pointed ears twitching faintly. She's slipping away. Dr. Elena Ruiz, a sharp-eyed xenobiologist and Lucas's trusted colleague, rushes to his side, her handheld scanner buzzing. She yells that Talia's hemoglobin levels are crashing, demanding to know her blood type. Lucas shoots back, his voice grim, that alien blood doesn't play by human rules. Elena's frustration spills out. She has no compatibility data for Solari. They're flying blind. Talia's eyes open, those violet orbs locking onto Lucas with a depth that stops his heart. Her skin, once vibrant as a summer sky, has turned a sickly gray. She whispers in her native tongue, a chime-like sound too faint to understand, her cold hand grazing his cheek. It's a plea, a connection. Then the monitor screams a flatline, a sound that rips through Lucas like a blade. He doesn't hesitate. His voice cuts through the chaos, ordering Elena to prep for a direct transfusion. She protests, warning that they don't know if it'll work. But Lucas snaps that Talia is dying now. He tears off his sleeve, exposing a web of scars and old needle marks, the marks of a universal donor, O negative, the blood that saved lives across the stars. Elena hesitates, then trusts his gut, grabbing the transfusion kit. The needle bites into Lucas's vein, and his blood flows through clear tubing, a scarlet lifeline to the alien child. This shouldn't work. Human blood in an alien body, it defies every law of xenobiology. But Lucas Kane doesn't believe in impossible. As his blood enters Talia, something miraculous happens. Her gray skin shifts, a healthy sapphire glow spreading like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. The wound in her abdomen begins to knit itself shut, tissue healing at an impossible speed, leaving only a faint silver scar. The monitors beep steadily, her vitals climbing back to life. Elena breathes a single word: impossible. Talia's eyes snap open, clearer, brighter, and she smiles, a smile that cuts through the hospital's chaos. In perfect English, her voice like silver bells, she thanks Lucas. He freezes, stunned by her words, by the miracle he's just witnessed. Before he can respond, the tent flap bursts open, and Silvara strides in. She's a vision, 6 feet tall, a Solari matriarch of House Elrin, her sapphire skin gleaming, silver markings tracing her arms like ancient runes. Her copper hair flows like fire, her violet eyes burn with authority. Her black uniform screams power, but her presence silences the room. She's a mother, a warrior, a queen, and she's about to change Lucas Kane's life forever. Silvara kneels beside Talia, her hands gentle but trembling as she touches her daughter's face. Talia points to Lucas, her voice soft, saying the human saved her, that his blood made her better. Silvara's violet eyes lock onto Lucas, her gaze a scalpel dissecting his stubbled jaw, his brown eyes, the sweat on his brow. The room holds its breath as she speaks, her voice slow, musical, like a song from another world. She confirms he gave his blood to her daughter. Lucas replies simply, she was dying. Silvara's next words carry a weight that makes Lucas's skin prickle. She asks if he understands what he's done. He stands firm, saying he saved her life. That's what he does. Silvara rises, towering over him, her expression shifting to something dangerous, something that promises secrets too big for this moment. She declares that they must discuss what his act means, and with a nod, she leads him out of the hospital, leaving the medics staring in awe. In a stark conference room, the gas giant's rings spin outside a viewport, casting shadows across the polished floor. Lucas stands, arms crossed, facing Silvara. The door is sealed, the air humming with tension. He demands to know where this is going. Silvara, her voice cool as starlight, tells him to sit. He doesn't budge, and a faint smirk crosses her lips, approving his defiance. She introduces herself. Silvara, matriarch of House Elrin, Talia's mother. She says his blood did what her greatest healers could not. Lucas shrugs, calling it luck, but Silvara circles him like a predator, her scent like jasmine and storm. Luck, she counters, has no place here. Humans, primitive, short-lived, violent, shouldn't be compatible with Solari. Yet his blood not only saved Talia, but enhanced her. Lucas feels his pulse quicken, her proximity electric. He asks what the catch is. Silvara's voice drops, grave and unyielding. Her people are dying, she says, from genetic stagnation, facing extinction in 2 centuries. His blood suggests compatibility, a chance to save them, but it comes with a price. She invokes an ancient Solari law, a breeding compact. Because he saved her bloodline, he must bond with her intimately until a child is conceived. Lucas steps back, shock hitting like a punch. He calls it insane, but Silvara cuts him off, her voice fierce. It's survival. Refuse, and her people fade into oblivion. The room feels smaller, her presence overwhelming. Lucas runs a hand through his hair, grappling with the impossible. He asks for time. Silvara nods, giving him until tomorrow, warning that after that, the compact is void. As she moves to the door, she pauses, her voice softening. For what it's worth, she says, she wouldn't choose this path lightly, but she'll do anything to save her daughter's future. The door seals behind her. Lucas stares at the gas giant's rings, their endless spin mirroring the chaos in his mind. One act of courage, one impossible choice. Lucas Kane saved a life, but at what cost? His blood has bound him to an alien matriarch, to a law that defies everything he knows. Will he walk away or step into a destiny that could save or doom an entire species? To find out what Lucas decides, keep watching. The starbound accord has only begun. The Nexus orbital platform hums with tension, its corridors buzzing with whispers of the impossible. Lucas Kane, a human combat medic, stands at a crossroads. His blood saved Talia, an alien child, defying every law of biology. Now Silvara, her mother, and a Solari matriarch has demanded a price, a breeding compact, an intimate bond to save her dying species. Lucas has until dawn to decide, but the weight of an entire race's survival presses down on him. The gas giant outside spins its rings, indifferent to the storm brewing within. In Silvara's private quarters, the air is warm, lit by soft bioluminescent panels that pulse like a heartbeat. A viewport frames the gas giant's swirling clouds. Lucas faces Silvara, his jaw set, his brown eyes searching her violet ones. He's been thinking, wrestling with the madness of her proposal. He agrees to the compact but lays down rules: mutual respect, complete honesty, no games, no secrets. Silvara's lips curve slightly, approving his strength. She extends her hand, and when they touch, a spark runs through them, an unspoken promise, a hint of something deeper. She's already arranged for Lucas to stay on the platform as a liaison to the Solari, a move smoothed by Ambassador Lena Ward. It's efficient, almost too calculated, but Lucas lets it slide. For now. Days pass, and the moment of their first bonding arrives. Silvara's chambers are a sanctuary, the bed draped in silks that shimmer like starlight. Lucas stands before her, his heart pounding. She's changed into a flowing garment that hugs her sapphire curves, her copper hair braided with silver threads. She steps close, her fingers tracing his jaw, sending electricity through his skin. She senses his nerves and calls them useful, her voice a melody that soothes and ignites. They've spent time together, sharing meals, trading stories of Earth's blue skies and Arendor's crimson forests. The attraction between them has grown, a pull neither can ignore. As they come together, their intimacy is more than physical. Their bodies move with a desperate hunger, months of tension finding release. But something extraordinary happens. As their passion peaks, Lucas feels Silvara's thoughts brush his mind like whispered secrets. He sees her memories. Talia as a baby, Arendor's soaring crystal spires under an amber sun. She feels his past, Earth's thunderstorms, the weight of lives he's saved and lost. Their minds merge, a psychic link flaring to life. Silvara gasps, her silver markings glowing faintly. Lucas feels her presence in his mind, warm and constant, like a second heartbeat. Something has awakened in her, a dormant Solari gift lost for centuries. In Lucas, new neurotransmitters spark, rewriting his very being. The next morning, Dr. Vorin, a Solari physician with forearms that move like a dancer's, examines them in a sterile medical bay. Her scanners hum, her expression shifting from curiosity to awe. Silvara's neural activity has tripled, processing information at impossible speeds. Lucas's brain chemistry has changed, producing compounds unknown to human biology. Their bond, Vorin says, is unlike anything in their records, a consciousness field radiating from them, enhancing those nearby. Silvara reveals that other Solari on the station are changing too. Engineers solve problems with uncanny intuition. Children show flickers of psychic gifts. Lucas's blood isn't just saving Talia, it's catalyzing an evolution. But not everyone welcomes this change. Elder Vorin, an ancient Solari council leader, warns that their leaders fear upheaval. For millennia, Solari society has been ruled by genetic purity. This awakening threatens to upend everything. Lucas feels Silvara's unease through their new link, a mix of hope and dread. She believes in their bond, but the cost is mounting. The storm breaks at dawn. Alarms blare through the station, red lights pulsing in the corridors. Lucas wakes in Silvara's quarters, her sharp intake of breath echoing in his mind. Through their psychic link, he feels her shift to combat readiness, muscles tensing, senses sharpening. Armed intruders, she says, human and Solari extremists, are storming the medical bay. Talia is there. Lucas's heart lurches. They dress in seconds, their bond allowing them to move as one without words. Silvara hands him a plasma weapon, her face grim. She asks if he can fight. He nods, a combat medic's resolve in his eyes. Fighting comes with the territory. They glide through the station's corridors like ghosts, their enhanced connection mapping the layout in Lucas's mind through Silvara's memories. The medical bay is a battlefield when they arrive. Human soldiers in coalition armor hold defensive positions, their rifles flashing. Solari militants advance with energy weapons, their silver markings glinting. In the center, Dr. Vorin shields Talia and other young patients, her defiance a beacon amidst the chaos. Silvara whispers that the attackers want to separate them, to prove their bond can be broken. Lucas feels her rage like fire in his veins. They attack as a single unit, their psychic link a weapon sharper than any blade. Silvara moves with inhuman speed, a blur of deadly grace, her enhanced abilities cutting through enemies like a storm. Lucas provides cover fire, his medical knowledge guiding his shots to disable rather than kill. Nerve clusters, pressure points. Their bond makes them unstoppable. When Lucas spots a sniper, Silvara senses the threat through their link and neutralizes it before he can speak. When she faces multiple foes, Lucas's tactical instincts flow into her mind, guiding her strikes. The attackers expected two individuals. Instead, they face a force that thinks and moves as one. The battle ends with the extremists subdued, minimal casualties on either side. Talia runs to Silvara, safe. Lucas checks the wounded, his medic's hands steady despite the adrenaline. Silvara's silver markings still glow faintly, a sign of the psychic energy they've channeled. She looks at him, her violet eyes fierce with pride. "This," she says, "is why they fear us." Elder Vorin arrives with security forces, his ancient face unreadable as he surveys the scene. He announces that the council will hold emergency sessions. Both human and Solari leaders demand answers. Lucas surprises himself with his firmness, saying they didn't ask for this bond, but won't apologize for it. Silvara's hand finds his, their fingers intertwining. Through their link, he feels her love growing, a warmth that steadies him. But the fight isn't over. In a conference room, Colonel Marcus Holt, Lucas's weathered commander, and Ambassador Lena Ward confront him. They order him back to Earth, calling his genetic changes a security risk. Lucas refuses, risking court-martial, feeling Silvara's support through their bond. She's facing her own battle, summoned by the Solari Council. They demand she end the compact, return to tradition, accept extinction over transformation. Through their link, Lucas feels her make the same choice he does. She chooses him, their bond, the uncertain future they're building together. As Holt and Ward leave, giving Lucas 48 hours to reconsider, he reaches out through the psychic link. Silvara's response is immediate. Relief, determination, and a love neither can deny. They've chosen each other, but the galaxy is closing in. What happens when two species fear the very thing that could save them? Lucas and Silvara are no longer just fighting for themselves. They're fighting for a new kind of future. But will their bond survive the forces tearing them apart? To see how their choice reshapes the stars, keep watching. The starbound accord is far from over. The Nexus orbital platform fades behind a shuttle's viewport as Lucas, Kane, and Silvara, bound by a psychic link that defies the stars, journey to Erendor, the Solari homeworld. Their bond has sparked an awakening, enhancing Solari and humans alike, but it's also ignited fear. Extremists tried to tear them apart, and their leaders, human and Solari, demand separation. Yet Lucas and Silvara have chosen each other, defying orders, risking everything for a future no one else can see. The twin suns of Erendor rise over crimson forests and crystal spires, painting the sky in colors that whisper of hope. In Silvara's private chambers, a sacred space aglow with bioluminescent light, Lucas and Silvara prepare for a bonding ceremony. Only Talia, Silvara's daughter, and Dr. Vorin, the Solari physician, bear witness. Lucas wears simple black, chosen by Silvara to honor her traditions. She's radiant in flowing silver, her copper hair braided with precious metals, her sapphire skin shimmering. The ancient Solari words, spoken by Vorin, vibrate the air, promising protection, devotion, sacrifice. Lucas and Silvara vow to unite their strengths, their hearts, their very souls. Through their psychic link, Lucas feels Silvara's deeper promise, not just duty, but love, freely chosen. The air shimmers as Vorin blesses them, and Talia's violet eyes glow with joy. Alone now, their lovemaking is deliberate, profound. They explore each other's bodies, every touch amplified through their bond. Lucas feels Silvara's pleasure as his own, her whispered name against his throat, a shared sensation. At their climax, their minds merge completely, thoughts and emotions blending into one. Lucas sees Arendor's amber sun through her eyes. She feels Earth's winter storms through his. Power flows like molten gold, rewriting their DNA. The air pulses with energy, their hearts beating as one. When they part, Silvara's silver markings glow permanently, and Lucas feels her woven into his essence. Through their link, he senses new life, a child conceived in this moment, carrying the future of both their worlds. 6 months later, on Arendor, Lucas holds his daughter, Elira, in a medical bay overlooking a vibrant city. Her tiny fingers grip his with surprising strength, her eyes shifting between violet and brown, her skin a blend of human bronze and Solari jade. Silvara, her transformation complete, smiles from the bed, her psychic abilities now rivaling ancient Solari legends. Elder Vorin enters, his face softer than ever, announcing the council's decision. The awakening will be embraced. Too many Solari have transformed to turn back. Colonel Marcus Holt follows, his weathered face showing pride. Lucas's court-martial is dismissed. Discovering human evolution outweighs insubordination. Elira grows swiftly, her hybrid genetics accelerating her development. By 5, she possesses an adult's intellect and a wisdom beyond lifetimes. Her psychic presence is a shimmering field, linking the burgeoning hybrid society on Arendor. She speaks a blended language, weaving human and Solari words into melodies all understand. Elira organizes gatherings, using her empathy to bridge fears, guiding humans and Solari toward unity. She creates a consciousness network, linking awakened minds across the galaxy for instant communication and shared knowledge. New cities rise, blending human efficiency with Solari elegance, their skylanes filled with crews working as one. Elira, Lucas, and Silvara stand on a balcony overlooking Arendor's twin suns setting, the sky ablaze with colors now named in their hybrid tongue, colors of connection, change, hope. Elira sends a psychic wave through the network, a pulse of love, gratitude, and shared destiny. Lucas's thoughts, gentle with pride, call her work extraordinary. Elira insists they built it together. Silvara joins their mental bond, her love a warm light. It began, she says, with two people choosing to trust, to risk, to love. The song between worlds, once a faint whisper, now resonates across the galaxy, growing richer with each generation. Lucas and Silvara, once divided by species, have forged a civilization where barriers dissolve, where love triumphs. Elira, their daughter, is its heart, a bridge to a future where all can sing the song of unity. This is the legacy of the Starbound Accord, not just a child, not just a species saved, but a new consciousness, a galactic people united by courage and connection. Two souls dared to defy the stars, and in their love, they rewrote the destiny of worlds. The universe will never be the same. If this story of human grit and cosmic love moved you, smash that like button and subscribe for more HFY epics. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next chapter of humanity's rise among the stars. Share your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if your blood could save a species? Let's keep the galaxy buzzing.